At this point, I've probably watched hundreds of videos about becoming a content creator or starting an online business, and it wasn't until I actually started that I was able to reflect more on the benefits of content creation and what it can actually do for you. I came across this video on TikTok from JT O'Donnell, and she does a lot of like job and resume and career advice on TikTok. And I'll link the specific video I'm talking about in the description. And she was saying that resumes are becoming obsolete in 2025 because people are using AI to write their resumes. And then they get to the interview, and the interviewer realizes that the person isn't really who they say they are. So she was saying that to get around that problem, there are more asynchronous interviews where you're put on the spot and required to answer questions really quickly on the fly, and that eventually video is probably going to take the place of resumes so that you can further prove or give more evidence that you can actually do the job that you say you're able to do. And that had me thinking about content creation because she brought it up. She was like, not everyone wants to be a content creator, not everyone is required to have some big social presence. And while that's true, I don't think everyone is going to be required to be a content creator. I think everyone will be required to provide further evidence of their skills and their abilities. So even if it's just one video, like making a video resume, I think that is going to be more the future. So even if you don't want to be a content creator, a lot of the skills that are involved in being one are going to be more important as time goes on, no matter what you do. I've only created a few videos here on YouTube so far, so I'm not going to say that I'm some expert, but I've worked as a social media manager for the past 5 years and alongside content creators, so I know how the business works and I know what content can do for people in terms of monetization, in terms of finding jobs, and in terms of building an online brand, because let's face it, a lot of our attention these days is focused online. An unexpected benefit of content creation is that it shows a lot more skills than you think. It shows consistency, it shows an ability to come up with ideas, it shows the technical skills like editing, like SEO. It shows a willingness to put yourself out there, a willingness to convey your skills to people, and it shows a lot of motivation too. It shows a drive to, yeah, put yourself out there, to get your ideas out there, to try in public. And that's really hard. It's really hard to show up and to not really know what you're doing and to put your face out there. It's hard to do that. So content creation in general shows all of those things coming together, and it could really show a future employer or a future client or a future customer of yours, if you decide to sell products online or services online, that you're the real deal and that you're not just doing what AI could do, because AI has cheapened information. Anyone could make a how-to video, anyone can make something that AI can now spit out. So if you're putting more of your personality out there, if you're doing things that AI cannot do, then AI is not going to threaten your work. So if I were you, I would choose a platform, whether it's TikTok or YouTube or Instagram, and just start posting things that can showcase your skills and your knowledge. The idea of a video resume has been around for a long time, but I think now is the time to even just make one video in order to get ahead of when everyone is going to have to do this. And I know this makes the job market or the process of getting a job sound even more dystopian than it already is, but we have so many free resources at our fingertips, just like this video or any other video talking about content creation, that anyone can get started literally with just their iPhone. That's what I'm filming on, and a microphone off Amazon, and a free video editor like iMovie or CapCut, and you could be off to the races. You can make one high quality video that showcases your skills and your knowledge and your personality, and it could be the difference between getting a job or not getting a job, or landing your dream client, or going viral if that's what you want to happen. Another thing that I've heard before too, and I absolutely agree with, is that creating content is a great way to document your experiences and to have something to look back on, almost like a diary. And it can really show you your journey unfolding before your eyes and unfolding before an audience's eyes too. And you can really reflect on how far you've come and what you were willing to do to get there. So you can look at it as positive PR for yourself and really shape the narrative of your name and your image online. And like I've spoken about in this video and in previous videos about portfolio careers and building a life and a career that you love, creating content can really be a way that you can encapsulate all of the best parts about you and put it together as a brand. You can really put all of these positive aspects of yourself together in such a way that is attractive to employers, to better business opportunities or online business opportunities, and you get to control the narrative on the type of content you create. So in turn, you also help shape a more fulfilling narrative about your life online, which I think is really cool. These are some reflections that I had as I started to create content, and I've watched and worked for content creators that have done the same. So if you found this video helpful, I would love if you would stick around.